If you go back and give your younger self some advice, what's the biggest thing you've learned between now and then?
Yeah, I really just tell people to stay focused. Certain distractions and things like that you can easily get caught up in. If you just keep the main thing, and keep your head down, keep God first, then I feel like everything will just pay out and everything will work in your favor.
What was that process like for you, eliminating schools, going through the visits, everyone wanted you, and then ultimately what made you choose USC as a place you wanted to be?
USC was always one of my dream schools. I went to some of the games when I was little. I got videos of me and my brother walking around campus, like at the tailgate parties, just trying to take everything in. So the recruiting process was pretty cool, pretty interesting. I got a chance to pretty much do like double official visits because my brother, pretty much had every offer in the country out of his high school process. So I was just tagging along with him throughout all his officials. I've been knowing Coach Riley since I was in 8th grade and my brother was freshman year, like around there. So I always just been pretty cool throughout my brother's recruitment process. Coach Riley really invested and really recruited us as individual players early on. So and once he came to SC, it was like, oh yeah, it's over. Like we're going to SC for sure.
Before we get to the pod, I want to tell you guys about my favorite way to fire on sports, Prize Picks. Guys, I've tried all the different apps, sports betting, daily fantasy, fantasy sports. Prize Picks is by far the best way to get action on sports. On Prize Picks, you pick players instead of teams, so it's tons of fun, and if you know how players are going to perform, you can make tons of money. Each player has a set stat projection, and you pick more or less based on how you think they're going to perform. For example, Steph Curry, 20 points more or less. If you think he's going to have more, you pick more. If he has less, you pick less. You pair it with some other players, and you can win up to 100x your money. It's fun, it's easy, and you can have massive paydays. The best part is I have a $100 deposit bonus for you guys to try it out right now. Use my code ADAMB or the link in the description. You get a 100% deposit match up to $100. So if you put $100 in, Prize Picks will give you $100. Now you got $200 to play with. I'm telling you guys, I've tried it all. Prize Picks is by far the best. And of course, guys, supporting my sponsors helps me a ton, allows me to travel around the country. So it would mean a lot to me if you'd support Prize Picks using code ADAMB or the link in the description down to the app and then get that $100 deposit bonus. Let's get to the pod.
Yeah, we did a lot, man, for sure. Let me see right here.
Yeah. Is that cool?
Good, yes,
is that your good side? You good with that?
Yeah, it's solid, man. It's solid. Camera angle gonna get me right.
Yeah, it don't matter, any angle. How's the summer going? Good?
It's going good. Yeah, I got finishing up some summer school class right now. So I got about 3 weeks left. And then just getting ready for workouts, getting ready for this season. So I'm excited.
I was talking to Kamari Ramsey, and where I went to play at Penn State. Summer school classes were like the easiest classes of all time.
Yeah.
He was like, that's not the case at USC.
Nah. But I feel like Bishop Gorman prepared me for college.
True,
I feel like it's pretty much easier. If you handle your business and don't procrastinate, then it's like you'll be good. But you definitely do have to do everything on your own. Like some people come from schools where
they do it for you.
Yeah, they do it for them. But I never had that, so it's pretty smooth.
Well, I appreciate you doing this, man. I'm excited to talk to you. We were just making jokes about you being on the media circuit after all the success you had last year.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to talk to you. I obviously so much success last year, such a dynamic player. It was fun to watch you. Was there a moment last year where you feel like it clicked for you, where you're like, even as a freshman, you're like, man, I can do this at a really high level on a big stage?
Yeah, I pretty much feel like in practice, I have a lot of guys that, were pushing me and helping me get up to speed, specifically on the offensive side, like Mario Williams and Taj Washington. Those guys just took me in from the beginning and just taught me what it was to be a full receiver and to be a USC receiver at a high level. And then Caleb, was making sure I was up to speed as well. Yeah. And the coaching staff did a great job. So I felt like in practice, I was going versus a great DBs pretty much every day.
That helped.
So I was just getting the chance to get acclimated and really compete with those guys every day. Yeah. And I feel like me coming in the spring definitely helped me to be able to excel early, just getting adjusted academically, athletically early on. And then once that first game hit, shoot, it was really just playing football again, like being on the big stage. You know, coming from Bishop Gorman, we had a lot of nationally televised and big games. But, you know, that college atmosphere is just different. But, you know, me, I feel like I feed off the crowd. So when there's more people there, then I feel like I'm just going to keep rolling with it. So once I made those plays, it was pretty fun.
You have a favorite play from last season?
Favorite play?
There's so many of them, right? You got to think through.
I probably got to go with that first one. That first
game?
That first game, just because San Jose State was my parents' alma mater. So they went to San Jose State. And that was me and my brother's first game in college together. So that one was just a real special game in general for me. And then I got a chance to make some big plays. I feel like that first touchdown was real special for me too, because I remember I did a thing with overtime, and they were asking me like, "What is going to be your first celebration?" And I was just planning it this whole time, just visualizing myself doing the Sioux celebration. So for me to get in that end zone, have some great blocks from my teammates, and just put me in that position was something I'll never forget.
The celebration, right?
I had to. I was like, I got in the end zone, it's over. I just went straight into it and hit it.
I love it. I think back to my career. I remember my freshman year. Like, I feel like everyone has a welcome to college football moment your freshman year, whether it's in practice or you're like, man, this is college football now. What was your welcome to college football moment at USC?
Yeah, I definitely had a couple. It was in practice, not in the game. But I think I caught like a curl route one time, and they always teach us to drop step. Like, as soon as you catch the ball, whatever side the ball is on, you just turn real quick to get upfield, to get vertical. And I remember I tried to turn upfield real quick, and Max Williams was right there. So I turned like super quick, and as soon as I turned, boom, like I got decleated. I'm like, ooh. That was a nice hit. You got me on that one.
This is college football, right?
Then I had another one in fall camp. Jacoby got me too, for sure. But those are some good moments with my teammates. That was like, okay, like we competition. Like, okay, I feel it. I feel it. But nah, those were some good times for sure.
What was it like playing with Caleb Williams for that 1 year and having him as a quarterback, building that trust with him for the year? I mean, it's pretty unique that your first season you get to play with a Heisman Trophy, won the Heisman Trophy, right?
Yes, sir. I definitely was a blessing, getting a chance to play with him, just getting a chance to know him as a person. So he's an even better person than he is off the field. Than he's on the field. So that was just pretty cool just to get to talk to him and figure out the things that he went through throughout college, especially him winning a Heisman Trophy, some of the things that are on my goal list and everything like that. So just getting a chance to talk to him on that side of things and how he deals with things off the field, with all the publicity that he gets, just learning the experiences that he's gone through. And then, everything he does on the field is just crazy. Like, seeing him on the field every day at practice, it's like the things that he does in the game, I have no surprise that he's going to do that, because it's just how he is every day at practice. He's always going to try to get everybody better. Being a real leader, making sure everybody's on the same page. So I feel like I kind of learned from him last year in every aspect, off the field, on the field, of just how to be an elite player in person.
I wanted to ask about your recruiting process, because you were, one of the biggest recruitments in the country at the time. I think you were like a top 5, 10 player in the country, depending on where you looked, maybe even higher. What was that process like for you? Eliminating schools, going through the visits, everyone wanted you, and then ultimately what made you choose USC as a place you wanted to be?
Yeah, so actually USC was always one of my dream schools growing up. I was always a USC fan. I went to some of the games when I was little. I got videos of me and my brother walking around campus, like at the tailgate parties, just trying to take everything in. So I always just loved SC and the culture behind it, the tradition and the history behind the university. And the academics is second to none, I feel like. So, the relationship that you can get outside of football here is something that I feel like can carry us way longer than something that we can play in this game. Because, we gotta, it's gonna end at some point. So I feel like just having a plan after that was real important for me. And then the recruiting process was pretty cool, pretty interesting. I got a chance to pretty much do like double official visits, because my brother, pretty much had every offer in the country out of his high school process. So I was just tagging along with him throughout all his officials, his unofficials. So I pretty much got to see, I was learning throughout his process as well on coaches and the schools that I liked as well. But I always wanted to come to SC, but it was tough at first. I was kind of leaning towards it was SC and Ohio State for a minute, winding down, and then I've been knowing Coach Riley since I was in 8th grade, and my brother was freshman year, like around there. So I always just been pretty cool throughout my brother's recruitment process. And he was really the first coach to kind of recruit us as individual players, because in the beginning I was kind of getting some offers based off my brother's performance. Like, oh yeah, he's pretty good too. Like he has a brother that's pretty good too, so we might as well offer him. But Coach Riley really like invested and really recruited us as individual players early on. So we just had a great relationship with him, and how genuine he was and the staff was throughout our whole process. From high school all the way up until now, to see how he's the same person year in and year out was real important for us. And once he came to SC, it was like, oh yeah, it's over. Like we're going to SC for sure.
Real quick, before we get back to the podcast, I gotta tell you guys about our new sponsor, Ekrin Athletics, man. Ekrin is one of my favorite products I've ever tried, one of my favorite sponsors of this podcast. Their new percussion massager is elite. The Kestrel percussion massager just launched, and it is their best massage gun yet. And I've tried a lot of these guns. There are several upgrades over their previous guns, which were already considered among the best available. This massager is extremely powerful, and it gives a deep tissue massage. Its angled handle design makes it easier to get to more areas, and the scrolling wheel makes it easy to adjust while you're using it. It has 6 speeds and 6 attachments, so you can really tailor it to your needs and to your muscle group you're targeting. I wish I had this when I was playing. I probably would have avoided some injuries, been more ready to play on game day, and recovered faster. Best part, I have a promo code for all of you to try Ekrin and their new massage gun. Use promo code NEXTUP for 25% off all orders on Ekrin Athletics. That's promo code NEXTUP for 25% off all orders. And guys, supporting our sponsors helps me a ton. So go support Ekrin Athletics. Use that promo code NEXTUP for 25% off your orders. Take me inside Lincoln Riley's recruiting pitch. Like what is he saying to you that ultimately gets you to come to USC?
It really wasn't really necessarily a pitch, I would say. I would just say he's just really genuine, just trying to get to know you as a person, trying to get to know the family as well, just making sure we're always taken care of. I feel like that was just something that really separated him from a lot of coaches. Like you said, the recruiting pitch, a lot of coaches, oh yeah, we got this many championships, this many players to the NFL. Like it really was, that was never really the main focus whenever we had a conversation with him. It was always just, being real humane and just talking to us and trying to figure out how we were doing off the field, how our family was, things we had going on outside of football. So I feel like that was something that really just stuck out to us and was like, that felt real genuine for us, and it was just a perfect move.
There's obviously a new quarterback at USC this coming season. How's it been through spring practice, now the summer, with those guys, specifically Miller Moss? We talked to him earlier. How's that connection growing between you and him?
Oh, yeah. No, I feel like we had that connection pretty much, maybe when I got here last year, even when he wasn't playing, just in practice, getting the reps with him, just seeing his qualities early on when Caleb was the starting quarterback. So I just feel like he just was ready for the opportunity. I feel like everything was meant to happen at the right time. So I'm really a God-fearing man, so I believe that everything happens for the right reason and the right timing. So I feel like the chemistry that he has with us and our receivers and our offense, the leadership qualities that he has is just perfect for our team as well, especially stepping into this new year.
You were telling me you started a foundation to give back, and you have an event coming up. So what made you want to start a foundation and give back to the community?
Yeah, our parents, we're always involved in getting back into the community. As a family, we always went to the homeless shelters, around Christmas and Thanksgiving, just to give back to the homeless and those who are less fortunate. We always just had a heart for, giving back to people who may not have what we have. We were always blessed with opportunity, and our parents just gave us the best opportunity to be successful and give us everything that they wanted us to have. So I just feel like you never know the situation that some people are in. So I feel like just being able to impact so many people in a different way, maybe just having a conversation or maybe helping somebody out with food or whatever they need. I feel like that can just go a long way. So I feel like, that was just something right for us in our heart. And we just wanted to make a difference in the communities.
Yeah. Tell us about your event coming up and where everyone can get more information.
For sure. Yeah, we definitely will be posting stuff on social media in the next week or so.
Got it.
But we're doing the first event. It's called the Branch Out Foundation Classic, Top Golf Classic. So it's going to be at Top Golf, and we're gonna have some charitable events, some auctions, silent auction, and have everybody have a good time. out there, just to raise money and to be able to hopefully give back to the community and those who are less fortunate. So we're excited for that first event on July 14th.
Cool. This upcoming season, what are your goals personally? Like, what are you trying to achieve? Obviously, you achieved a lot last season. What do you want to build off of? And then, what are your goals for the team?
First I'll start off with the team goals. I just feel like we've been getting real close throughout this off season. I feel like that's the key to having a winning team. Everybody just has to be all bought in and be like a unit in one. I feel like with you can't have any selfishness. Everybody has to play for each other, and that's how you build a winning program. And I feel like we're definitely making the right steps towards that. We have a great coaching staff, great strength staff, everybody nutritionists. Everybody's really invested into the program, and I feel like all of our guys are pretty much bought in. So I expect us to do some big things this year. I feel like only people that can stop us is ourselves. So definitely excited to step into this new conference and make some noise early. And then individually, I would say it was pretty cool last year getting a chance to be a first team All-American for specialists, but I feel like I just got to showcase my skills at wide receiver. It was pretty cool getting a chance to showcase my talents on special teams, but I feel like that's just an addition to my main primary position as wide receiver, and I just want to be able to prove that to myself this year and just really make a big step offensively and get an All-American as a wide receiver for sure.
I like how you started with the team goals first. That was good.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Who's the receiver that you model your game after the most? Is there a pro receiver that you watch a lot of film of that you want to be like?
My comparison is pretty much Tyreek Hill, so I kind of watch a lot of him. But for a long time, my favorite receiver is Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, really? People probably wouldn't say that, but I just feel like he's just been so consistent for so many years. Not many people can stay on one team for that long and to do the things that he did. And off the field as well. Like, he did a lot of things off the field. He won Man of the Year, I think a couple times. So just him as a person, I feel like that was somebody that I really studied and really tried to model myself after, just being the overall person and athlete on the field. And he was a real technician. I mean, he might not have been the fastest guy. Like, I got a little bit of speed, I'd say.
You're a little faster than that.
But I mean, just the complete person that he is and the player to be that consistent for so many years was something that I found interesting for sure.
Now that you've been in college and had some success, what's if you could go back and give your younger self some advice when you're like a freshman in high school, what would it be? What's the biggest thing you've learned between now and then?
Yeah, I really just tell people to stay focused. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, certain distractions and things like that. You can easily get caught up in focusing your things on certain things, but I feel like if you just keep the main thing, and keep your head down, keep God first, then I feel like everything will just pay out and everything will work in your favor. Hard work is definitely something that I feel like has to be ingrained into your everyday life, not even just athletically, but everything you do, whether it's academics, just attacking your life every day the same way that you would attack it. Like, if you want to be a top football player in the country, why would you be top at football and then not take your academics seriously or not take your nutrition seriously? So I just feel like just making sure you try to be the same person in every aspect of your life will definitely take you far.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate your time. This is great. Sir. Congrats on your success. I'm excited to see you become a first-team All-American receiver.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a picture quick.